Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder Ground Forces with the Angry Nerd. And today I thought we would take a look at the Sherman T34 Calliope. Now, the rocket launcher T-34 Calliope was a tank-mounted multiple rocket launcher used by the United States Army during World War II. It adopted its name from the musical instrument Calliope, also known as the steam organ, which had similar parallel or clustered pipes. The T-34 Calliope was mounted to multiple versions of the M4 Sherman, including the M4A1, A2, and A3s. The M4 Sherman, officially the medium tank M4, was the primary main battle tank used by the United States and other Western allies in World War II. All of the tanks the Calliope was fitted to were armed with the 75mm tank gun M3. It was a decent anti-armor weapon early in the war, but it could not cope with the heavier German armor fielded later in the war. However, it was still useful in the infantry support role or against earlier German armor still employed on the battlefield. The T-34 was mounted approximately 1 meter above the M4's turret. A large support beam bolted to the left and right turret cheeks supported the weapon. The rack was physically connected to the barrel of the M4's 75mm gun via an arm. This arm was connected to the rack via a pivoting joint and clamped to the gun with a split ring. This allowed the missile launcher to follow the same elevation and depression as the main gun. However, having the missile launcher attached did reduce the main gun's elevation and depression slightly. The launcher assembly weighed 1,840 pounds or 835 kilograms and was comprised of 60 tubes. These tubes were plastic and mounted in an upper bank of 36 tubes with two side-by-side banks of 12 below it, one on each side of the elevation arm attached to the gun. The weapon fired M8 rockets, a 4.5-inch 114mm fin-stabilized projectile armed with high explosive, which had a maximum range of 4,200 yards or 4 kilometers. Individually, these rockets were highly inaccurate, but as a barrage weapon, they were extremely effective. The rockets were fired electronically from inside the tank via cables that ran through the commander's hatch. These rockets were loaded at the back of the launcher. A crew member would have to stand on the tank's engine deck and slot them in one by one. In this early version, the 75mm main gun could not be fired with the rocket launcher attached. If necessary, the rocket launcher assembly could be jettisoned in case of emergency, or if the main gun had to be employed. The launcher could be jettisoned with or without the rockets inside. Once jettisoned, the M4 could return to operating as a normal tank. When these first versions were employed in Europe, they were not popular with tank crews because the gun could not be fired while the rack was attached. Field modifications done by the crews began to arise that connected the elevation arm to the top of the gun mantlet. This allowed the gun to be fired. However, the narrower movement angle of the mantlet meant reduced elevation of the launcher. The rocket launcher T-34E1 and T-34E2 were upgraded versions of the T-34, which incorporated fixes to address the concerns of the crews. Modifications were introduced to allow the 75mm main gun to fire with the launcher attached and retain its original elevation range. To achieve this, the elevation arm was attached to small metal extensions near the base of the gun. The E1 also replaced the plastic tubes with magnesium ones and was equipped with an easier cutoff system for simpler jettisoning. The T-34 E2 was almost identical to the E1, but it had an improved firing system. The Calliopes were used in small numbers in various actions by the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 12th, and 14th Armored Divisions. It was also deployed by the 712th, 753rd, and 781st Tank Battalions. In the end, the Calliope did not see much action and did not play a huge role in World War II. Calliope-equipped tanks were prized targets for the Germans, so they stayed at the back of the pack. Now in War Thunder Arcade, the Sherman T34 Calliope is a Rank 3 premium medium tank with a battle rating of 4.3. It has a 763 horsepower engine propelling the 30.6-ton vehicle to a top speed of 26.2 miles per hour. It comes equipped with the 75mm M3 cannon and the T-34 rocket launcher. Now I have it assigned to an expert crew with a crew level of 150, which gives me a reload of 5.3 seconds for the 75mm cannon. With a premium account, it has an XP reward of 462% and a Silver Line reward of 300%. So what do I think of the Sherman Calliope here in War Thunder? Well, it's a pretty good vehicle. Is it worth it? I don't know. It's not as overpowering as it used to be now that the rocket launcher can be damaged and can even explode and kill you on occasion. But, you know, it's an M4 Sherman. So if you like Shermans, you might enjoy it. The rocket launcher is a nice addition. It's very effective against light tanks and anti-aircraft weapons. And with 60 rockets, you don't have to be stingy. There's plenty enough to go around. The biggest drawback to this vehicle is that rocket launcher is really tall and really large and really hard to hide. And just as in real life, you will be targeted. Nobody likes a Calliope. That being said, why don't we hop into a game and see what I was able to do with the Sherman Calliope T-34 rocket launcher. Here we go. All right, looks like we picked up jungle. We are on the western side of the map. Let's see. The stats, ammunition, camouflage. All right, so here we go. We're going to come around to the flank. I love going to this side on this map. And I like the use of the decal on the German tank, Japanese tank destroyer there. Nice big skull on the back. So when I'm coming from the western side, I like to go to this rock that's straight in front of me here. It protects my right flank. And when I'm coming from the eastern side, I like to climb the hill and protect my left side. Oh, here we go. M8, nope, he's down, too low already. Stuff 42. All right, we got a hit on him, stopped him. And there we go. M24. It's a bad place for him to stop. KV1. Let's see. You could see in that third person view how much of this launcher sticks up. I'm not really hiding. Oh, I didn't get anything? Ooh. Panzer IV F2 over there, but oh, he hit me in the launcher. And you need to be careful. I'm going to repair, because a lot of times it'll continue to fire fine, but every once in a while you try to fire it and it might explode and it could kill you. Oh, that's bad. Bad for him. And there we go. Let's see. Can I get a bead on this guy? Not really. I don't. No. I don't really have any targets around here to shoot at, but there is an air battle open. I might do that. Let's do that. Let's back up just a little bit. I don't want to back up too far in case they start coming around this corner. We'll drop some arty so it can be dropping while we're waiting. Alright, here we go. We got 2 enemy fighters coming in, and I'm a long way from dropping any bombs. I'm not gonna make it. They're gonna down me if I'm done. We're done. Didn't even get to drop a single bomb. So, ZIS 30, maybe. Oh, what is that? Alright. And the guy, not only did he shoot me down, and I think he kamikazed me. Sorry, Joker. Oh, what is that? T-50? Somebody else killed him. Man. And an enemy AA truck over there, but I don't have a shot on him. Wait. I hit him. And he's gotten behind cover. And I'm being attacked again. There he is. Oh, blew that tire out. He might repair before I get these missiles on target. So there we go. That's a pretty long missile shot anyway. Our team seems to be pushing up through the middle. Drop another artillery barrage there. They seem to be congregating around that intersection, fairly close to their spawn. They may try to come around this way. Let's see. Maybe I can get prepared for them if they come out around this corner. Well, I'm impatient. It doesn't look like they're coming. So we're going to come up here where they are. Oh, what's that? Missed him. Oh, here we go. Hello. Panzer IV. Let's see if we can missile him. Yes, we can. Some bombs dropping. Let's see. T-34 right there. Let's come up this way. Already got 2 vehicles right there. Got a flank over. Ooh, doggone. Uh-oh. Verbal wind. Missiles. Boom. Oh, his turret has rolled up beside me. It's a decapitation. Alright. What do we got? Oh. The M10. We can missile him. Come on, get on target. There we go. Ooh, another verbal win. Boom. Boom. Alright, we're going to back off just a little bit. I don't want somebody to spawn in and be spawn protected and kill me. Looks like somebody just spawned in, but our guys are taking them out pretty quick. Let's throw off some missiles. Alrighty, mission accomplished. Not too bad. Let's see what we did. Right. Let's take a look at these awards. First Strike, Teamwork, Adamant, Shadow Strike Streak, Avenger, Tank Rescuer, Professional, Double Strike, Survivor, and Heavy Metal Fury. Came in first place on the team. This is our XP and credits. Premium bonus. Destroyed 10 targets. 93% battle activity. Statistics. First place 10. Worked out pretty well. To the hangar. So yeah, the Sherman Calliope mounting the T-34 rocket launcher. It's a Sherman tank. It has the same strengths and weaknesses of the Sherman tank, but it has, you know, the added bonus of 60 rockets, which close in are very useful, as you saw against the verbal winds, but long distance rocketing, not so much. In actual combat, this was a barrage weapon, you know, used like artillery, but it's really hard to use it in that fashion in War Thunder, if not impossible, really. But as a close-in direct fire weapon, the rockets are very useful, at least while your main gun is reloading. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this look at the Sherman Calliope, hit that like button. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Nerd out.